I lost my water. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Dang it. Hi, everybody. Ooh, that's going to bug me. Can you hear me? I can hear. Oh, I can hear myself. So, yes. That's weird. I don't like that. Let me have an idea. I'm going to try something. Well, I guess if I put these in, I'm still muted. And so then you won't be able to hear. Can I hear? Sound is good. Perfect. It was just playing in my earbuds and it was very loud. But I just don't want it to play on this camera. I like the setup. The struggle is real. I need to send a text because I was supposed to do that first, but now my computer's over there. And of course, it is not for real. All right. I wonder, I'm not on. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I need to ask a question really quick. Can I tell people this and post it? Going live and was going to let them know. Is my camera still on? No, the camera is still not on, but you can say, hi, everybody. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I was supposed to send a text before I did this, and then I didn't send the text, and now I'm trying to send a text, which is why the other camera went down, and now I need to figure out an answer. So we'll see if I get an answer. Remind me to come back and look, because of course, oh man, where is, so did it shut off of StreamYard? StreamYard here. Oh, there we are. Oh, it's back. Yay. Okay, that works. I am cutting these squares, and I have 22,000, not really 2,200 or whatever, which was a pretty daunting task. I'm using my 2-inch square cutter, and it's the same square or strip cutter to do everything. And so I figured I would come in. What I'm doing is I'm doing 4 colors at a time. This quilt has 44 colors to it, and they are all 2-inch squares. The whole thing is just 2-inch squares. There's no like 2x6 or 2x8 or whatever. And so I found these art bins. Oh, here. I found these art bins. There we go. And they give me enough dividers that I can kind of make a 2-inch square. I really went... I feel like I got enough, but this is only giving me 4 per row. 4 times 5 is 20. Times 5, or 2 times 20 is 40. And then I have these other, okay, I will have enough. I was like, I'm not even going to have enough space. But I need to get some information. And it's coming in a text, and I have to see if that text comes in. Yes, anyone knowing your plan. I will. Yay, okay. So first thing first, because some of you have been like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get a new. Hi, hey, Stephanie. Roberta, I got you an answer when I was talking to you about the other day. If you are looking at getting a Accuquilt, I love mine. I use it all the time. When I first got it, I have the Go Big, which is sitting right there. I'm like arms. I'm going to turn this so you can see it. And I'll just shift everything down so you can still see what I'm doing. I'm like, you can see my face here and my arms over here. There we are. So I have an affiliate code with Accuquilt, and I also have a shop where I get all my Accuquilt stuff for. So if you are using, or if you are looking at an Accuquilt, dyes, anything Accuquilt related, Apple Tree in Columbia, Missouri will be your hookup. Call them, order online. They are, let me go find their website. appletreequilting.com. They are my go-to everything Accuquilt. If you see me with an Accuquilt anything, this is where I got it. Eric and Amy, super fantastic to the channel, super fantastic to Handy Quilter, it's just super fantastic in general. They are offering an extra 10% off anything, like any price. So even if it's on sale, you'll get an extra 10% off that. So they match any price that is on the Accuquilt website. So if Accuquilt has a sale, they will match that, and then they will beat it by 10%. So ASF 10 will get you that extra 10% off there. It will get drop shipped straight to your door, but it's like you went into their shop and bought it. So you're helping them out because you're getting it from them, but they're helping you out because you're getting a discount. So Eric was actually in Long Beach a few days ago, and when I messaged him and said, hey, you want to do something? And so he got back to me this morning. And then I had to text him to make sure I was allowed to say anything because I don't want to break any rules. They probably can't. So if you need anything Accuquilt, I link them below. Check them out. ASF 10, great, love it. I've got to answer my... Oh, Roberta's got to go get her door. So I am doing this Tilda... they call them embroidery quilts. This is her second one. She did one a year ago, loved it, thought it was beautiful. And then she came out with this flower-based one, and I like it even more. The weird thing is, so this is the original background. It's supposed to be a teal background. It's like back ordered everywhere. So like it's really hard to get. So now I'm using blue. I think they're close enough. And I actually took all 44 colors to the quilt shop, to my local quilt shop. Hey, Amy, thank you so much for passing along the discount to people. Amy is the Amy of Eric and Amy at Apple Tree. But yeah, I took all 44 colors to the quilt shop, and they had one like this that might have worked. It was Kona, and there's something with Kona cotton that the hand feel to it. It's weird. It's like an emery board when I touch it. So I'm using this blue, and it's very close, and it's going to work because I laid it across all 44 colors. Yes. So I am cutting them 4 colors at a time. I just figured that's easiest. And right now, this is what I have left to cut. So I have a lot, plus the blue. I think I need like 1,100 blue squares, which is fine when I'm getting 250 per cut. But yeah, so I'm just grabbing 4 colors. I got all of my fabrics from Apple Tree. I don't know if they have kits from this. Amy, you can answer that question if you want to kit it. It's such a hard thing to kit because the fabrics are so weird. How you need them, like a 10-inch square here and an 8-inch square there. But if you want to get yardage, I'm sure they're not going to say no. So I am unfolding them, ironing them, and then I'm coming here to the strip cutter and strip cutting them. And I figured I would just come on and show you what I'm doing so you can see. Someone asked about layering. I was nervous. I bought the 6-inch die. We do not hit. So Apple Tree does not have kits, but they can cut a kit. So if you're interested, you let them know. Call them. They're always there. They never get a day off. And when they do get a day off, they're doing something related to the shop. So what was I going to say? Oh, when I bought these, I bought the 2-inch square die. It's floating around this room. For those of you who think my room is clean now, no, it's not going to be clean until 2026. If I'm being honest, I leave on Tuesday and I had things I got to get done. I'm stepping over boxes. Yesterday, I actually took boxes and just stuck them in the entry because there's no way it's getting clean. It's a process. So, so I was talking to Pam Heller, who is like Pam Accuquilt, and she was telling me just cut the squares with strip dies. And I'm like, that stresses me out. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I didn't think the squares were going to come out square. And so I did one the other day, and you'll see this. I actually did one. I think it might even be a closer view than this, but I'm going to keep the view right here. when I was cutting out my chain link quilt. So if you're over on YouTube and you're watching the chain link stuff, you'll see it because I do one and then I look at the camera like, oh my God, you'll see how shocked and excited I got when one worked. And now it's just like, I can't believe that I was scared. It's so easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 4 fabrics. So that's going to give me 8 layers at the bulkiest part. I think you're only supposed to do 6, maybe 8. I don't know. Yes, Dawn, clean room only lasts 2 hours. I agree. And if you stay messy, you don't got to get messy, right? So I think 2 of the colors I'm about to cut, I need 4 strips. Oh my gosh, Barbara, I actually want to, will you send me a message? I wanted to, do you have time to chat here? Actually, Barbara, do you have time to chat later today? Because somebody mentioned something about the new trade up program and I have no clue what that is. And I figured I would call you because I figured you would know. Do you know? You let me know. Is it okay if I do 8 layers? Because I've been doing 8 and it's been okay. I'm gonna do 8 layers. Don't tell anyone. But per Barbara. So no, don't do 8 layers. So I'm not gonna do 8 layers. Oh man, that messes up my flow. Have I been? I don't actually think I've done 8 layers yet. And so Barbara actually works at Accuquilt. She's an Accuquilt specialist. So I'm not going to argue with her. But Maggie, you do you. At the end of the day, it's just a quilt. They don't have to be accurate. So I'm going to do my I'm only going to do 3 colors because this one happens to be, the other ones I needed like 2 strips of this color and 1 strip of that color and 3 strips of this color. So there was maybe 8 on accident. But I'm not going to do that anymore because I was just told not to. So I'm going to do 4 of one, 4 of another, and 3 of one because this die will give me 4 strips at a time. So what I like about the die, I'm going to do here because you can see. So you have lines on here. So I'm lining up the folded edge here. I don't know if this is right. This is what I'm doing. I line up the folded edge here. You can see, there we are. You can see the where the die lines actually are. So it makes it really easy. There's another line line at the other side. I'm going to use this whenever I start to cut my squares. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line the folded edge of my fabric here. I'm going to line it up with however many cuts I need. So like this first color, I only need 3. I think I could probably cut 4, but I'm not going to cut 4. I only need 3. So some of this, I'm going to have some extras. So here's my first color. And it's not even cut like this was like this start of the bolt, I guess, or whatever. So it's not perfect. I just make sure that something is overhanging. I did press it. I folded it to make sure my swag was nice. And I need 3 cuts. So I'm going to find my 3 line. Can everybody see my finger over here? Use a Sharpie and draw grid lines. Oh, well, that's smart too. I just butt them up. That's too much work. So I'm going to put my fold right there. I can see where my grid line is, or where my die cut is going to come. And I'm going to fill across. I have about a 1/4 inch, so I'm going to shift it down a little bit because people are always like, there's so much waste. You know what? How much I'm saving, you can't see my face. How much I'm saving by doing it this way, I'll take the waste. So, I pulled it too far. There we go. So there's my first piece. It's overhanging because I don't want to cut another strip. I now have some extras. Let me look at my other 2 pieces. Now I'm going to have to, the problem is I have to keep track of what colors, and now I just skipped a color. But these both need 4, so I'm just going to throw them through. Let's see. Here's my fabric. Fold the knit. Swag looks nice. And on my crease. Barbara, tell me if I'm doing this wrong. I was going to message you the other day going, hey, am I doing this correct? Because it was I just opened these dies Wednesday. And now they've cut 600 squares. Not really, I'm not that far. Oh, that didn't look right. Do you guys do this? Do you press your fabric and then find your swag? I always do. Always. There we are. All right, so now I have my 6 layers. I'm going to get 4, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to get 11 2-inch strips out of this. And if I wasn't filming, I would already be done. Doing great. Oh, cheerleader. Okay, so now I have my cutting mat. Don't forget, if you get a strip die, you need a cutting mat. I forgot that. I bought it from Barbara at a show. Putting my mat on. Now I'm going to walk around and not trip over any. Oh my gosh, I have like a whole. There's a cord. Let's see. Oh gosh, camera's going to fall. I'm knocking. Hold on. I'm knocking things down. I have too many cords. That is. Where is it plugged in at? Are you kidding me? 1 second. This cord is on an extension cord, but instead it's like wrapped around everything, like pulling tight. Why don't I just move the extension cord? Oh, much better. Okay, now I got to step over all this stuff. So this, so my Go cutter. Can you see me? You can see something. Oh, if that's what's going on. There we are. So my Go cutter, it's the Go Big, it's the electronic one. Love it. Love it. Love it. If I were buying one today, I'd get this. And why do I know that? Because this is the one I bought this year. So the Go cutter is on my Omni table. This is the Omni table from Classy Creations. This is their single tier tabletop, and I have them leveled out. So this is an up down. So I can make this table go up and down. So there it goes, shrinking. What I did is now it's moving up. So I raise it up. I'm going to start my die through. And then once it started coming out, I moved the table down to put them so they're the right level. And now it's perfect, custom table. I don't want to go in front of it while it's cutting. How do I get back behind? 1 second. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Ta-da! All right, so give it a little rubby so it doesn't. The static comes off. Slide your whatever this is, your mat, and now my strips are done. So this is my extra on one side. I'm going to keep this piece because why not? I'll probably do something. Here's my extra on the other side, and now I have 2 strips. This has 3 strips. This has 3 strips. This has 3 strips. So now I have what? 3, 6, 9, 11 strips. All cut that fast. So it was just lining the stuff up. So now I'm using this line, and we'll see if I can like safety first. There's nothing safe about this room. Let me see. I'll see if I can turn the camera so you can see how I lay these out. Now, is this the right way? I guess I should be drawing lines and things on this. Nobody got time for that. I gotta get these done. But if you want to be a professional, draw your lines. There we are. I'm gonna give myself a little head. Watch this. Wrong way. There we are. Let me read these really quick. I love my strip dies. Haven't bought jelly rolls since I started. Oh my gosh, I would never buy jelly rolls again. I hate the pink edge on the jelly roll. Adam, I really love how you keep it real. You're always willing to show us your struggles, just like when you're trying to work new materials. Oh my gosh, thank you. I do try to, like, it's myself. It's real life. Oh, I couldn't imagine breaking my arm. All right, so here's my die. Here's my lines. Do I have to do this? No, but I'm going to separate them in colors because this is how I'm packing them up. And each color is a number in the grand scheme of things. And I like you never have to open it up. It's just there. Oh my God, there's so many strips. So I think I got to look at my color chart because we're starting with red, dusty rose, and then pink. Oh no, that's Cherie. So this is 13. This is 12. No, this is 12. Sorry, I'm trying to keep everything in order. This is 10. And you know what, since I'm here and I have it, and I'm trying to keep things in order, I'm going to cut my dusty rose strip. And I need this fabric number 11, and I need 2 strips of this. And yes, I have everything in a spreadsheet because I used to be an accountant and I love Excel. There we are. It always feels weird when you're only cutting like one thing. I feel like it's just wasteful. I can't get by. Oh, my foot got stuck. Ridiculous. Oh, where is the page? There we go. There we go. There we go. For those of you wondering, this is a free pattern at the Tilda's World website. I think it's Tilda's World. Waist and strips. All right. So now this will make it easier for me when I pack these up because they're going to get packed up in order. So let's see how many we can do. Now, Barbara, close your eyes because I think I get to do, there's a part where there's 8. So I'm using this line, and I'm going to line, what I do is I just overhang it a little bit. Then I'm going to turn this light so we can have a lot of light right where we're going. Oh, gorgeous. So I line it up right to the right side of my line. I can see where the die is going to cut. So I'm just going to overhang this a little bit. And I'm going to fan fold it, making sure this overhangs just a tiny bit. Like I don't cut, or I don't have that overhang too much. Oh, I guess that's only 6. Oh, that is only 6 layers. And so I'm going to do that. And then I get my next one. And sometimes I go this way. Sometimes, oh man, I just moved it. Try not to shift it. I don't know if that really matters. Barbara, still doing good. I get a thumbs up. Here we go. Find my fold. This one I'll go the other way just to show you can. And I butt them up against each other because I feel like that's holding it straight. And now I'm going to get my next color. Like in real life, if I was rotary cutting these, I would probably try to stick like 10 layers together and get my 60-degree rotary cutter or 60 millimeter or whatever that 60 is for, and try to cut through all 10 layers at once, especially that I have to cut so many. Like 2200, when you read, like, it doesn't tell you total how many you need. But again, I have it in Excel, so I did a sum of all columns, And then I like went to the bedroom and cried. Not really. I think if I were to not get distracted at all, and I did nothing but work on this quilt, I think because of how fast I can cut these, and how this quilt is pieced, I could probably get it done today. My goal is to get this done by the time I go to Apple Tree Quilting in Columbia, Missouri to teach long arm quilting in 2 weeks. Come to Apple Tree. You can get a long arm and a new Accuquilt, and then you can get a Laura Star iron, because if you buy a long arm, you get a free Laura Star iron this month. You can basically have everything that Adam has, all available in one spot. You guys, this is going to cut seriously. Everybody, when I tell you to, sit down so you don't pass out. I'm going to have to do 2 passes. The other ones didn't have this many strips. Now, if I drew lines like Barbara tells me, I could shift everything over and get another strip here, but I don't think I have enough room to do it as is. So I have 3 strips left. So this is going to give me 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. This is going to cut 200 squares. I'm going to drop my mat. And I'm always careful dropping the mat, because I'm really good at dropping the mat and doing this and then shifting everything. And then now off to the cutter. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm going to knock the camera over. I caught it. You can still see. Great. And I have to say, I love my tables. I love that I can lift this up and just do this. I bought this Omni table just for my Accuquilt Go. So now here's my 200 squares. I have all of these pieces that have the selvage on, so I go through and I pull my selvages off. Careful that I'm just getting selvages, because earlier I found a square that I grabbed. And then I get my box. Where did I put my box? This is my sorting box. Switch sides. So right now I have colors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I only on 9? Oh my gosh. I thought it was a lot farther than that. No. Oh, 1 is not here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 10. Okay, perfect. Number 1 is blue, and I'm going to cut the blue last because I need 1 million. So number 10 is red. And this is just, I got this box on clearance because I need something with 2-inch squares. So I went to Joann's. Put my little spacers in. I have to stay somewhat organized. Don't use your teeth. Oh, that one doesn't need a spacer. Don't use your teeth. You would think they would make these easier to rip apart, as I have plastic in my mouth. There we are. And so I'm going to start with red because this is color number 10. Look at this. Look at this. It's just like, let me pick the cookies up off the cookie sheet. So that was 20, 40, 60, 62-inch squares. into the red column. And I'm cutting a lot more than I need because whatever. I don't know what I'm going to do with the extras, but whatever. There's 40, 20, 40, 20, 40, 60, 80. So yeah, 80 of my pink. Oh gosh. I would make this, well, no, that one would be Pepto-Bismol. If I wasn't on film, I would make them nice and square. And then push them in there where they get unsquare. And there's 20, and I have 60 more of these ones to do. And so this is, so for real, this is the waste plus the salvage. I don't count the salvage as waste. I'm going to waste that anyway. This was the waste for each of the strips. So I don't find that this is too much waste for me. It's not like I'm going to do something with this in real life. So for those of you who are like, oh, there's so much waste. Is there really? Because I just cut 200 squares in not that long. How long have we been live? We've been live for 30 minutes. And if I wasn't live, I'd do it a lot faster. So that's it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh my gosh. I think, Barbara, you actually told me to do this, and I'm like, I'm not going to do it like that. I'm scared. And then you said, just do it. And I said, I'm scared. And then I should just listened. Should have just listened to you. So if you're looking for an Accuquilt, and the strip dies come in so many different sizes. I know that I think we have a 3.5 or 2.5 for like cutting our what am I thinking of? For cutting bindings. So I think that is somewhere in the cave of stuff. And then I bought a 2 and a 3. I bought the 2 specifically for this reason. Because even if I was going to cut it with a rotary cutter, I still needed the 2-inch strips. But I bought a 3 or a 3.5 for another reason. But I needed a 3.5 for the quilt along anyway, for the Pro Stitcher quilt along. So I used it there. And I really felt like I was so far, but I'm only 12 colors of 44 in. I guess that's not bad. I'm doing okay. I think after this quilt, I'm going to need a new mat. Take off my salvages. Oh no, that wasn't a square. There we are. If you are someone who sews with leaders and enders, right here. That's what I do with my salvages. I can't believe I have 95 people watching. Don't you all have something better to do on a Sunday? Oh my God, I'm dumb. You guys, I'm going to go live tomorrow and then I'm on the road. Maybe Mickey and I will do a live while we're on the road. We're on the road for the next 2 weeks together. Maybe we'll do some fun stuff. It probably won't be fun. We should do a live of hand piecing where she hand pieces and I just complain. That would be fun. So there, I just 200 2-inch squares in a total of 34 minutes, 6 seconds. And it only took that long because I keep talking to you. So let me see. Let's see what's going on in not a hole. I don't know what that means, but I'll come back to it. Okay. What pattern am I making? This is the tilde. I posted it. It's on Facebook. It is the tilde flower vase embroidery quilt. Love my Accuquilt Go Big. Recently bought the wider strips for my borders. They're awesome. Time savers. Oh my gosh, such time savers. Let's see. When making that many cuts, do your mats by shifting 1/8 of an inch or so each way, so you don't cut in the exact same place. I don't even pay attention to where my mat goes down. So I have not cut in the same place yet. I just make sure I'm covering the stuff. And actually, when I cut in the video that will come out next week for the Pro Stitcher video, or for the Pro Stitcher quilt along, I didn't even put the fabric all the way over or I didn't put the mat all the way over my fabric. So it didn't cut everything straight. I had to come in with scissors and finish it because I'm an idiot. Also, I did find out, because this mat I had bought and then I forgot it was in the car. So it was a little bendy and it was all folded on one edge. I stuck this outside on the ground in the sun for like 5 minutes and it totally fixed itself. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but it did. But then I came in and I stuck it on flat on our tile floors. So it, like, when it cooled down, it was nice and flat. What else? Could you use a piece of tape like Campbell tape to hold the strips in place, or would that mess up the blade? Nadine, I have no clue. I haven't had any trouble with it shifting though. Oh no! Oh, you said okay. That's get it. I haven't had any trouble with things shifting, but I think that's what happens. Like that's when they say do 6 layers, don't do 8 layers because things will start shifting. So you're more accurate with the 6. Let's see. Awesome. I'm back. Chatting with lady dropping off more donations. Roberta, just get it. Apple Tree Quilting ASF 10 will get you an additional 10% off the sale price at Apple Tree. I just got, good job, Amy. Amy just finished the UFO. That always feels good. Flip your mats as well. Adjustable table suggestions. These are from Classy Creations. I just revamped my whole sewing room with them. The table that my hand is on right now that has the die is one table. The table that is on with my machine is another table. I did a whole video showing off the new tables on Facebook. And Classy Creations is offering 30% off their tables with code ASF table, like I'm so fun table, ASF table, for 2 weeks. They are fantastic. I have 0 complaints so far. I actually feel like the room feels a lot bigger, even with junk everywhere. I just feel like, I don't know if it's the open space. I don't know. It's the fact that they're on wheels and I can shift them around. I've already moved the machine around twice. The Accuquilt Go actually gets folded up. I drop it to its lowest level and it nests under this table when I'm not using it, but I am taller. So I like my cutting table nice and high. So I have that room. So if you're shorter, you might not be able to do that. So just keep that in mind. But if you go watch that other video, I did talk about that. And then I have the machine table as well, where it's a dual tier. So my machine sits here and then another table wraps around my machine. So it fits all machines out there and it gives me a flat sewing space. So classycreations.com. Here, I will post it. Classy, because CATIons.com. I actually just did a live with them for a virtual retreat yesterday. It was so much fun. Classy Creations will be in the comments because it's classy with an I. Okay, let's see. Adjustable. Why would you need a mat? Never looked at the cutter. Sorry. As you cut, you can see the lines in the mat already starting to form. As you cut, these lines will just kind of get deeper, deeper. Almost like if you go to I actually haven't used this side of the mat. I can feel it. When you go to a fabric store and you see their rotary mats, when it just the cuts continually going through. Hey, Brandy. Oh my gosh, Brandy, I talk about you all the time now. When you see that like the rotary cutters going through the mat so much, just like this has, these are blades. And as the blades go through, they're going to cut into the mat. That's what it's cutting against. So they will wear out over time. Let's see. How could we do anything better than spend time with you? Oh, Vanessa, thank you. Eating lunch and watching. Is it lunchtime? Oh, it's almost lunchtime. Just looked at the pattern. Let's see, what did we say? Just looked at the pattern. Very nice. I'll be watching recovering from a thread break on my Amara. Oh, just take deep breaths. Thanks for making a busy cut 102 squares. Oh yeah, square cut. This is my only square cutting ever again for the rest of my life. I cut all my squares for the first silver feather using the same method. Oh my gosh, Vanessa, post a pic. Oh, you're on YouTube. You can't post a picture. I love that first quilt. It was so good. Lisa loves organizing. I wish I did. How do you get the discount on Apple Tree? It's only for Accuquilt things, and it's code ASF10. So I'll put them in the Apple Tree code 10% off Accuquilt ASF10. The code is always ASF10. I try to keep that across the board, other than the Classy tables. Classy Creations table code 30% off is ASF table. All other items 15% off with no. Stephanie, are you still on? It's 15% or 10%? It might be 15%. I'm going to say 10%, but I think you get 15% off at Classy Creations with code ASF10. Maggie, I need to see your 14,000 square quilt. I'm amazed when you said that you were doing that. Amazed. Just to keep organized for 14,000 squares. Oh my gosh, Maggie, have you ever used the fusible stabilizer, like the 10 sister stuff? This quilt is all done on fusible stabilizer. One moment, please. No. I don't do that. Where'd it go? So this is a Basel. There we are. This is a Basel. This is a 2-inch quilting grid. So it looks like so. There we are. So it looks like this. One side is fusible, one side is not. And what you do is you place your pieces, place your squares on the grid, fuse them on, and then you just fold it and stitch it. So the grid stays on. It makes it a little bulky, not going to lie. But I mean, for that many squares and what you're doing, I don't know if it's really going to be something you're going to lay under. To me, 14,000 squares is more of you're going to look at it on a wall. There is another product called 10 Sisters. Same idea, 5 times as expensive, something like that. I bought this wholesale, but I think yardage for this, maybe like $3 a yard or so. And if you look at, I think they have a 1.5 square one. I know at least 10 Sisters have the 1.5 inch square grid that finishes at 1. I think Basel might also have that. So check it out. Amy Riley, if you're still on, let me know, because I know that I bought some of this stuff from them too. But what am I trying to say? So basically, I wish you could see these lines better. Can you even see the lines there? They're so light. Oh, there we are. Kind of. So basically, you stick all your squares on, you fuse the whole thing, and then you just fold and stitch, and then fold and stitch, and fold and stitch, and everything's fused, so you don't have to worry about it. It makes perfect points. And so you do everything one way. You go to the back, you clip your intersections so you can still nest your seams, and then you go the other way, and then it's done. And then you put your grids together. So if you look at the pattern, go look at the pattern for this Tilda quilt. It's the Tilda flower vase embroidery quilt, and it will show you how she grids them out, and you make 9 pieces. You make like 9 units, and then you stick your units together, and you're done. So that's why I was saying that if I wasn't chatting with you and making excuses not to keep cutting, I could probably finish this quilt in a day. I still have to press. And then I went to breakfast. I think we might go into lunch. It's my last weekend home for a while. Don't use your teeth. Any questions? I still have the crank machine. I need to upgrade. Adam, you may be too young to remember the one you had to crank. Oh, we have the one you hand crank. We bought a Accuquilt way early on when they started, and we actually used it for a bit, and at some point, like, everybody started talking about, oh, it wastes so much, and we kind of stopped using it. And when I started using it again, I was talking with Ben. I said, why did that bug us? I'm like, we do Judy Niemeyer stuff. There's so much waste because the cutting method saves so much time. My time is way more worth way more than wasting a little bit of fabric. I mean, and let's be honest, like the waste, especially in this. So sorry, that Tilda quilt is where the Tilda quilt. If you go to Tilda's World, I think it's Tilda's World. It's a free download. It's in the solid section. Tilda is a fabric designer, and all of her every line she comes out with free patterns for that you can go to Tilda's World and download. She has some cute stuff. Oh my god! And speaking of Amy, do you have the new line? And if you do, will you save me 2 fat quarter bundles? Look, I'm going live, and I'm going to be shopping during my live. Thank you. But yeah, it was. She's one of my favorite designers at the moment. I like her stuff. I like that her colors are a little bit. They're still bright. Do you have the new Tilda line? The hibernation. And if you do, will you put 2 fat quarter bundles aside for me so I can buy one for me and get one for Mickey? Mickey's not on, so she won't know that I'm getting her a gift. Her birthday was last week. She deserves something nice. Let's see. So crank model. Alyssa, I think there's a trade up program right now too, where you can trade in your crank model and get a go big if it's something you're interested in. I don't know. I'm gonna talk to Barbara about it. Let's see. The Fuel Grid is what I'm using as well. It's from 10 Sisters. Oh yeah, the 10 Sisters one's great. I've actually used it. It's just so expensive compared to this, and I think they're the same thing. So I was like, I think the grid to do this quilt, because their grid isn't as big as what you need, so you needed maybe 12 pieces or something, and for theirs it was or maybe you needed 18. Maybe you needed 2 of theirs to make up one of the normal ones. And it was almost $200 for the grid. And I think this yardage, you need like 5 yards or something. I'll see. I'll calculate it. Don't quote me on that because I probably won't. I don't have time for that. But this one was, a quarter of the price. We have grid fabric, not sure it's fusible. I love the gridded paper. The thing about 10 Sisters, they have every size. So that's super nice because they have like starting at a half inch, or I guess you wouldn't have a half inch because then you wouldn't have a block. Could you imagine if you're like, I'm going to make a half inch square something, you cut all those half inch squares, then you realize that's your seam allowance. Just came on. Don't sneeze around the squares. That's a good one. Oh, it doesn't come in until October. All right. You can ship it to me. Making actual pattern when you the actual name of the pattern I'm making is Flower Vase Embroidery Quilt. Does the ASF codes work in not for any Australia distributors, but I think if you order and have stuff shipped to you, you can still use them. I know somebody that wanted sew tights, and you can still go to sewtights.com and use ASF10, save 15%, and have them shipped to you. I think that's very expensive though. So I would see if there's a distributor there that you can get stuff from. Probably cheaper. I don't know. I would just reach out to the specific people and say like, hey, does this work? Amy, do you guys ship international? All right, you guys get like 3 more minutes because I want to go get more water and I need to get cutting. I do want to get all this cut today. I did get my chain link quilt pieced. That's my bathroom door. No, I went too far. It's over there hidden behind that light. if you're doing the chain link quilt along, presented by Pro Stitcher, you still have 2 weeks to piece it. So they will ship you things to Australia. It is very expensive. It takes a while too. I have a little tiny box I need to ship to Australia, but they said the box was too small. So now I had to find a bigger box. I'm like, I got a small box because it's going to be cheaper. But they said I have to at least fit the label. Okay. Oh gosh. I've got to get to pressing.
Not sure I understand.
Siri didn't understand me yawning in her face. I've got to get to pressing, so I'm going to go. Thank you for spending some time with me. Barbara, I will send you a message. So what is the internet? Appletreequilting.com is the apple tree. It's in the comments somewhere. I linked it. And then the code is ASF10. What was I going to say? Oh, Barbara, I'll send you a message. And thank you. Oh my gosh, she said thank. Like Barbara, when you say thank you or good job, it's like me saying good job to my long arm kids. Like I feel like the teacher just gave me a gold star. So everybody have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you tomorrow. And I don't know what I'll be doing, but I'll probably be a hot mess. So have a wonderful Sunday. And at the end of the day, it's just quilting. We want to keep them things square. That's why I use my Accuquilt. All right, bye guys.